the Oldies Hour. On the air everywhere. With special guest DJ Peter Tork. Q105. Well, that'd be a pretty cute idea, being a clever young DJ. Start off with a monkey at a time. You like that, huh?
I don't think it's funny at all.
Okay, I won't play it anymore.
Okay, who's the mystery voice, Scott?
Huh?
Who's the mystery voice?
Ladies and gentlemen, mystery voice Peter Tork today. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Surprisingly, all things considered.
How come no one knew you were coming into town? You just kind of slipped in.
Well, a lot of people did know that.
Huh?
A lot of people did know I was coming to town. Some people did. I'm sorry that the news didn't reach you.
No, it didn't. Maybe
we certainly. Well, at least, hey, you know, I got here today. That's all that matters.
Well, I'm happy to have you. Why are you in town?
Good to be had. I'm going to be working. I'm going to be performing. Let's see, this is Thursday, right? It must be in Florida. Am I in Tampa Bay?
Florida, right? Tampa Bay.
We're it's called. Let's see, Studio 19, and that's tomorrow night and the night after, and then we're at Peaches. We're going to be for those people who would love to come and see the show but wouldn't be able to get in because of the liquor laws and so on and so forth. We're going to be at Peaches, where they're actually going to pull the record racks aside. It's also in the same neighborhood. What are those?
Right across the street.
Right in that same thing, and we're going to be playing there.
In Peaches?
Yeah, actually in Peaches, right. They're going to move the record racks to one side and then set up a stage, and
they're going to be Friday or Thursday?
That'll be, the Peaches is Sunday, daytime.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Friday and Saturday nights at the Studio 19, so those of you who can come, do, and those of you who can't, send a friend.
Well, I'm glad you stopped in here because no one knew about this. I guess it was a last-minute deal, huh?
No, it was 2 or 3 minutes ago.
We have a nice long concert calendar here. Let me see if you're up there. Jimmy Buffett.
Hey,
Cool and the Gang.
No competition.
I can't find you up there.
Well, we'll put me.
I'm going to put you up there right now.
I'll take care of that.
You have I don't know if I guess you do know that this is a hotbed area for monkey fans.
Well, it was hard sleeping because of how hot the bed was last night, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Let's start. I'll tell you what. Do you mind if you play monkey records? Some people don't like to play the records from old bands they were in.
Well, it depends.
I don't know. I didn't have a chance to talk to you before we went on the radio. This is the first time I ever met this guy. Probably the last time I ever see him.
Please, don't. Illusions are important. Let's
tell me.
Let's just think we've known each other all our lives.
What I'm saying is,
Scott, how are you, old buddy?
Sometimes an artist will come in and you'll say, hey, here's one of your old hits. Wait a minute, get that off. I don't want to hear about those. That's yesterday, man.
Okay, well, I'll be happy to talk about that. Probably at length. In fact, it'll have a hard time shutting me up. What do you have up there, Scott?
I have one, the first hit record that Mr. Danny Davis once called me about and says, Scott, we got a new band on this label here, and it's called The Monkees.
And you said, give me a break, Dan.
I said, Danny, send me something by A Fountain of Youth instead. And you remember them?
No.
They had a group called, there was a group that sounded like the Monkees. It was called The Fountain of Youth. It was on the same label. They were Monkey imitations. And when they first sent the record out, they sent it out on a white label, so everyone would play it and think it was you. So let's go back to the very, very beginning.
No. Oh, all right.
Monkey Mania.
It's a monkey in here.
The Monkees, featuring our special guest today, Mr. Peter Tork. We have a young lady on the phone, one of your fans. Hello, ma'am.
I hope so, anyway. Talk to us.
Hi.
Young woman. That's so far so good.
Hi, Peter.
I would address you by name, except I don't know it.
Oh, my name is Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, how are you?
At what?
What are you doing these days?
Well, I'm talking on the air to a woman who's on the telephone who's asking me questions about what I'm doing. What are you doing?
Working.
Uh-huh.
What is the chance,
Taking
Peter?
your boss's time, huh? Okay. All right. Right. What are the chances? Talk to me.
What are the chances that the Monkees will ever perform together again?
I would say there were 2 chances.
None and zero, right?
No, slim and fat, actually. But you got it. I mean, you got the general gist of the thing here.
Well, Peter, I just want you to know that I am an original Monkey fan.
Thank you, honey.
Great. Talk to you soon.
Goodbye.
Come.
There you go. As I told you, this is a big monkey area. Also, they say that the rerun of the show in Japan is big over there.
The reruns of the show in Japan were on for a while. They were very big. The 4 of the albums were top 40 in Japan last year.
Still, well, if you play the music now, which I imagine you're pretty tired of hearing it. If you listen to the albums, the production was, I think, excellent, and it still sounds good today.
Well, I have mixed feelings about the records. The songs seem to stand up real well, and the production is, I guess, all right for what it was. Myself, I'm a fan of much bigger, stronger production sounds. So that if a Stratocaster plugged direct to the board doesn't usually get it quite so well for this kind of thing as if you overload your amp and drive the living out of it. We
have you hit the wire, the news wire, coincidentally.
Did I?
About 4 days ago, and I saved it because I try to keep all the fans in the area abreast of what's going on in the lives of those monkeys.
I didn't.
Says, though there is life for more than just one of the ex-monkeys since their TV show cancellation and split in '68, we've heard of Michael Nesmith's achievements, but not much from the other three monkeys, Peter, Davey, and Mickey. After many tries at breaking into showbiz, Peter Tork has been working with a new band which has been playing in the States and plans to tour Japan. The New Monks, is the fifth musical attempt by Peter to hit the big time once more.
Fifth musical attempt? Who's been counting?
I don't remember 5. Do you?
No, it depends on how either 30 or 1.
Although rabid monkey cults, monkey cults have sprung up in Japan. It's the latest national craze in Brazil. Monkey conventions all over the U.S. The ex-monkey finds the road to success much more difficult than the relatively easy rise to stardom.
Rise. It was completely discontinuous. I was plucked out of obscurity and placed.
Mr. Tork claims to have had a religious experience which helped influence his decision to get back into show business, do something positive, and that he is concerned about mass enlightenment.
Who writes this stuff?
Looking back, Peter feels the monkeys were more than the plastic Hollywood Beatles everyone labeled them. Quote now, what made it better than expected was that the producers were really into what they were doing.
Oh, yeah, they used that kind of language in those days.
They weren't just putting something together to exploit the kids. They really were excited and felt they were partaking in a phenomenon, unquote.
Gee, that's actually a quote. I actually did say something like that.
The banjo-picking musician holds no illusions about breaking into the big time. His attitude is, quote, it's not a matter of getting offers, it's a matter of making them, unquote. So I thought you'd want to, probably didn't say much of that. There you go, you can have that.
Let's see, this is the Starship Friday, March 25th.
There you go.
Well, what do you know about that?
That's personal, that's yours, that's your own copy.
Oh, golly. Oh, my God, 40 years old, it says here.
There you go.
Holy cow.
You don't look a day over 30. We got some tickets.
I thought you were going to say I don't look a day over 60.
We got some tickets to see Peter and his new band, the New Bunks, with the U.S. band at Studio 19. I'll give him just a minute. If you got a question you would like to ask this young monkey, give us a call. Studio lines are open. Here's a song. You handpicked this. When we have guests do the oldies show, I let them pick the oldies.
Which one?
This is by that Mr. Van Morrison fellow.
Oh, yeah, it's a great song, Domino.
I don't know if you listen to much of his music, but to me, he doesn't seem to progress. He seems to regress. The music he makes.
I haven't noticed much out of him lately in terms of seeing the great things, but this was from his surge when he was just cranking out masterpiece after masterpiece.
Van Morrison on the Q105's show.
Like it's time for a change. You make it disgusting.
A hand-picked selection from the hands of former monkey Peter Tork.
Thanks for that former part, Scott.
Huh?
Thanks for that former part.
I was just thinking how many times we said the word monkey since you've been in here, and I was trying to put myself in your situation. That word must be awfully old to you. Monkey here, monkey there, monkey, and the monkeys. You've lived with it since.
It depends mostly on the spirit. I find that certain times it doesn't make any difference to me. Other times it's a real drain. It all depends pretty much on the spirit in which it's meant. I seem to. I can read that stuff.
Did you ever go through the period where you did not want to be associated?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was essentially without having hauled myself up by the bootstraps, essentially, when you get, you think you've had it with a lot of things because you don't know what's going on out there, and I went straight from obscurity to the most glorious fame, and I got good and sick of a lot of the kinds of personalities that were running around.
Well, there were some wackos, weren't there?
Oh, God, there were. I was not the least wacko of them all, as far as that goes. In fact, I got sick of myself, and so I had to leave my own company as best I could. And we... I went off just to see what else there was in life. Among other things, I taught school for a while.
Right, you were the one that just stayed out of showbiz and did not capitalize or try to work in the music business for a while. You actually taught school in California somewhere.
I was doing a little bit of like singles as a folk singer, and I did a few jobs here and there. But basically, I wasn't
just for the relaxation.
Yeah, just to have a good time and to perform. I am a performer. That's the other thing about all this is that I can hardly avoid it.
You didn't just start being a performer when you became a monkey.
No. I'd been in theater in school and performing on the Greenwich Village stages. I was a folk singer in Greenwich Village for 3 years at least before that. Accompanist.
When the Monkees hit, I'll never forget. I was just a little baby, but lived in Los Angeles for a little while, and I never will forget my favorite disc jockey, Robert W. Morgan.
Robert W. Morgan. My God, you really got good taste.
I took a couple of days off, and he went on the tour. Mm-hmm. And he used to write back and he'd do monkey reports. We're in Birmingham, Alabama today. That's how popular and how big you were at that time when you went on tour. How many times did they tour as a group in America?
We toured, we did one big tour. That Robert W. Morgan tour was what I call my 30 Cities in 40 Days tour. That was quite the tour. That was a big one. Other than that, we just did little jaunts. We went to Hawaii before that, and we did like 4 or 5 days in a row after
Monkees
that.
only toured once, really, in America.
Well, one great big tour like that, yeah. But
did you guys play on that tour?
Sure did.
You played your own instruments?
Sure. Well, I played Mike's bass.
I see. There's always all these questions. Who played what? It really doesn't make any difference.
We played music. We played the real stuff that people sometimes accused us of making. There's one guy that came up to me. Mickey said that you taped when you performed. And somebody else came up to me and said he just heard that Mickey said they taped on the show, because when the TV show was being shown, we lip-synced. But on stage, sure, we played our own instruments.
A lot of people, they don't realize that practically every big touring band uses some audio aids, shall we put it. As a matter of fact, I was backstage on a tour with Alice Cooper once, where the entire soundtrack, even his voice, was pre-recorded, and they pretty much lip-synced the thing, or he sang along with himself.
Alice did that?
Alice?
Wait till I
You ever heard him sing live?
Yeah, all right. As a matter of fact,
you got a new band together called the New Monks.
Called the New Monks. I keep thinking that I'm going to be getting away with something when I do this. Everybody that I'm showing forward, we're looking forward. The new spirituality, this is my new religious revelation that they talked about in that press release. And I keep thinking, pictures of people in cloisters and Benedictine cowls and the burlap sacks all over that.
Well, it look like a Xerox commercial.
That's what I keep thinking that people are looking forward to. But everybody goes, "Oh God, he's trying to capitalize again." But that's not the way it is. Honest, folks, I don't give a good flying hoot.
I'll be live. Oh, my heart.
And the point is, basically, that we don't mind playing the old stuff. Well, I was telling you earlier, when I first quit, I was real disillusioned. I didn't want to have anything to do with that. But I realized that it was part of my life. It was a big deal part of my life. And even if I wanted to, if I went to see my show, and I didn't, and the band up there didn't play a few old songs from the old days, I would probably walk away a little disappointed, almost no matter how good they were.
That's something that really bothers me when I go to see somebody in concert now.
And they don't play their old stuff at all.
Well, a lot of times they try to shove their new stuff down your throat, which is, I don't like the Beach Boys. They went through a period, and they were, Billy Joel was opening for them. And they went on, probably someone listened, saw the tour. And at that time, they wanted you to understand all their new music. They were trying to, to see if they could make it without Brian, and they'd play for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you didn't ever know the music. And then finally, after the crowds, went crazy when they played the Beach Boys medley at the end, they went back and they rehearsed and got their old show back together again. And now that's what they do when they're on tour. But a lot of artists will come on, they'll do all these new songs, and they'll say, "Oh, by the way, here's a couple things you want to hear from," and they'll do a medley. And they'll almost do a parody of the old song.
Well, we've actually, we're looking to cut back, as a matter of fact. We're actually looking at it like we're doing too much old monkey stuff at this moment. But you come to the show, you'll see maybe a third or so old monkey songs. Some of these songs we just can't let go. They're awfully good. This is the way we do one of the new songs. This is a song recently done by those darlings of rock and roll, these Sex Pistols. We do it nasty on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Tork and the New Monks. I'm not your stepping stone. Q105, a little different version there, Mr. Tork.
I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you noticed.
Yeah, I noticed. I like that version. I think it's nice.
I'm glad. That's pretty much the way we do it on the show. Come see the show, and you'll hear this blazing guitars, steering synthesizers,
and the new
magnificent masculine vocals.
Friday and Saturday at Studio 19, and Sunday at Peaches. Let's go to the phones right now and see if we got any fans on the line here. Hello, Q105.
Hello?
Are you there?
You've got somebody.
Hi, Q105.
Yeah, hi.
You got any questions?
Yeah, this is Peter, right?
Yeah.
It is. Hello, Peter.
There he is.
Hey, yeah. I heard that when you came into Sarasota last night that y'all are getting crazy down there. Do you
Define your terms.
people out there what y'all was doing?
Beg pardon?
I said, would you tell some of the people out there listening wild and crazy stuff y'all were doing there last night?
Yes.
You ready?
That.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Nothing.
All right, there you go.
Hey, I was wondering, how many albums did the Monkees put out totally?
I think, let's see, about 7. It's hard to know. They put out some after I left.
Yeah, they put out the Barrel of Monkeys and all those.
Oh, yeah, a lot of. That's not counting the collections.
They put out 3 greatest hits albums, I think.
Yeah, I've got one of them. I've got about 6 total. I was just wondering how many more there were.
Well, there's Meet the, more of the, Headquarters, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones, Birds of the Bees, Head, and then comes the post Peter Tork Monkees song. I think there's Instant Replay, then one other one that the trio did, and then The Monkees, which was just the 2 of them.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for calling. 11:25, Peter Tork and the New Monks. Band showing this weekend, Sunday at Peaches, and Friday and Saturday at Studio 19 once again. By the way, have you seen your brother Eric lately? What are you laughing about?
I don't have a brother Eric.
You don't have a brother named Eric?
I don't have a brother named Eric. I don't know with that Howard Cosell's little notion. If anybody checks, the thing is that everybody thinks that because this guy Eric has the Green Bay Packers. You're talking about the football.
We did a trivia question on that. Oh no, that's not true.
His name is Torkelson, but it's not the same name. My name is Torkelson. My real last name is Torkelson, but it's spelled Thorkelson. And Eric Torkelson's last name is spelled Torkle or Elson. I'm sorry to embarrass you, but the truth will set you free. I got. You can get out of here now.
I am humiliated.
Well, that's the way it goes. Listen, kid, it happens to everybody.
We have on the morning show on the Q105's, we have trivia questions, and we had this great big trivia question one morning that went on for about an hour, and the whole town was talking about it. And it was
well, I'm sorry to. Well, it happens sometimes,
you know. Destroying our credibility.
Well, listen, you get it back. These things come and go. Ebb and flow of credibility.
There goes that one. All right.
Heck with it. I don't have a brother Eric who plays football for the Green Bay Packers.
We'll be back with more amazing facts from Mr. Tork after this.
Who? Yes.
Another song by Peter Tork and the New Monks.
We're going to play the other side. Both of them are going to play a remake of Higher and Higher, the old Jackie Wilson cut, featuring featuring himself on the banjo. The 60s it was just a wonderful time in a lot of ways, and I hope that what was important about the time is on its way back, and that what was wrong about the time is on its way out, and that is that we don't try to get very far. Flowers against guns aren't going to make it is, I think, really the message anymore. But we got some stuff that we have to do, and I hope that we get to it real soon. And in the meantime, we get to keep rocking, thanks to the glories of the system we live under. We're going to play a Four Tops record. We're going to play Higher and Higher by Peter Tork and the New Monks, and I'm going to get out of here, Scott. And it's been a treat and a joy and a thrill to be on your radio program.
Thank you, sir.